Hey Guardians, Ebontis here. Gonna try a solo run through with my Hunter on the SABER strike, which is now the Nightfall after the patch. Modifiers we've got are Void Burn again. We've had that a lot lately, so you guys should be pretty familiar with that by now. 2 times damage from you, 3 times damage from enemies. We have Berserk for a modifier, so enemies will not flinch, they'll just keep coming. Specialist, special weapon damage is ×2, and Juggler, no ammo drops for your equipped weapon. So Void Burn and Specialist are really effective together. Your Specialist weapons are going to be good. So for Void Burn, I'm going to try and run Night Stalker. I'm going to do Bloodbound so they can share damage. Vortex Grenade, Spike Grenade, Void Wall Grenade, whatever you feel comfortable with, honestly. It's kind of your option. I'm going to try Void Wall, maybe just to lock down a section a little longer. Going to do Envenomed. That way I've got the Toxin, because that Void damage will still help kill the enemies quicker. You can try and do the Vanishing one, but you're not going to be able to stay vanished forever, so I still think it's probably better to do the Toxin one. Definitely run full toughness. Going to need all of it that you can get. Lockdown Grenade and Smoke effects last twice as long, which is good, so you can actually lock down one side. Your other options, of course, are Courage of the Pack, Light of the Pack. If you're with a group, these could be more beneficial, but by yourself, this one's definitely going to be important. And then finally, Predator. You decrease your super cooldown, which is good, and you also shoot anchors into the ground. If you do shoot it early and some of the enemies walk into it, you can definitely use it that way as well. I'm going to be trying with Hung Jury, so I'm going to be using my standard good old scout rifle. Iron Wreath sidearm. I'm actually going to try a sidearm just for the fact that I wonder if magazine size can't boost that. Honestly, just because it's going to have a lot of ammo, I can use it at kind of medium range, and I'm going to get a lot of bullets out of it, so I think it's going to have decent benefit. And of course, Truth for a well-equipped rocket launcher. Rocket boots. I actually have a chest that might work for that, but not completely leveled up for sidearm ammo yet. So here we go. Alright, so once that number appears, you want to start looking for that ship to come across. And you want to try and shoot the front guns as much as you can while it's coming in. It's going to help you with the amount of damage that you have to do with your sidearm. And then as soon as it turns that corner, make sure you duck down. And then you can pull out your sidearm. And usually blow those things off with less than a clip once you've done some damage while it's coming in. Now what I need is those guys to die by anything other than my special so I can actually get some other ammo. It would be great. Now, the good group to actually use a rocket on is that one right there. That second group that comes down actually has quite a few enemies. And you'll probably get a decent amount of ammo drops out of it too, which will be helpful for later. Got some primary going down right now. Oh, hi, how you doing? If you need to try and protect a side, the Void Wall can work to some extent. But at some point you're probably going to need to go pick up some special ammo because that's where you're going to get a lot of your damage. Also, you're going to have a shrapnel launcher guy, depending on where he's run to. Take him out quick, and then if you got to use a rocket on the rest of the guys, do so in a speedy manner. Come behind this wall, grab any ammo that's over here, that'll be really helpful, and then get back behind the Warsat. Make sure you got stuff reloaded. And again, you can stop some of the Vandals from coming over here. And just keep working these guys down. The Vandals are going to be pushing on your left. Watch your radar so nothing gets over to the side of you. Also watch your right-hand side as well. And you're going to start to have some invisible guys show up over here. This is where a good time for this tether is going to be. And if you can actually get them all grouped up, a rocket will work really well right here. Depending on how many are still left, then you can try and finish the rest of them off. Now if you come back here and pick off the last couple of guys, grab some ammo, make sure you take these guys out. That tether's working really well. Come back over here and keep transmitting the Warsat. Now again, trying to make sure these guys don't get any huge rush on you. Try and take some of them out as they're coming out of the ship. That's going to save you some time, especially that captain. Reloading there. I've got my tether coming up, so watch for that captain. Depending on what type he's going to be, is going to be a bit of a problem. He's going down fairly quick. Keep the rockets going. And then tether. It's going to help you a little bit there. Watch behind you. I'm at 80%. Keep pushing. And then just keep using that tether. That's going to be beneficial. Use that grenade and keep holding on. Got 30 seconds. I got 87% here. Watch that ship. And use those rockets. It's going to be totally worth it if you can make it through this. Really close right now. Watch that captain. And again, pull out your sidearm. Try and get a large amount of damage on him. Take him out. And we have completed it with 15 seconds to spare. Whew. That was close. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Pretty tense, but kind of crazy and fun. Grab some rocket ammo, which I could have used. See what engrams are around. My postmaster is so full, guys. It is ridiculous at this point. I'm picking up and dismantling basically everything. But we got through that part, so the day is definitely better. So let's move on. I'm going to keep trying this with the sidearm just for the amount of ammo I've got, for sake of questioning. Oh, one leg armor. Can I do without that? I've got a Sublime engram there. I'm going to save those. I'm actually going to see if I can save those through the patch. Actually through the release, because, well, they might actually turn into something else. So, sorry, taking my sweet time here. But I took my sweet time of number of deaths to get through that one, so we'll go ahead and continue on down. You can hop straight down, and then we'll work on the next section. Now, if you have straight Fallen, you're not going to have a whole lot of Void. As you saw, there wasn't a lot. It's just a lot of guys going around, and it gets a bit nuts. And those shrapnel launchers get a bit crazy. So, come on around and through. And we'll work on entering the bunker. And my tether's back. Yahoo. There were many deaths in there, guys, so believe me. There was a cut in there. Quite a few attempts. Just finally put a good one together. But I actually did that without my Titan, so it's possible. Voidborn, Void Rockets, and Sidearm actually worked out. Alright, so once you cross this threshold right here, what you're going to do is cause the enemies to spawn. So do that and pull back. You'll get the Exploder Shanks to spawn. Take those out first as kind of a priority. Now you've got one Void issue back there in the fact that you do have a Servitor, so be careful of that. It's actually probably a reasonable time to pull out a sniper rifle. But I'm kind of enjoying all the ammo I've got for my sidearm at the moment, so I'll probably change here in a minute. But if you keep pulling back, the shots will actually hit the door and not actually take you out. But it's probably a good time to just finish him off with a rocket launcher. Make things really simple. Depending on how much is left of his health, not much else should be back there. Now, you cross out, you're still going to have some more guys. You're going to start to have some invisible guys. You're going to have plenty of enemies here in the middle. Plenty more in the back. You know, try and chunk your grenades out there. Do what you can. Just, you know, and play it safe here. Because this whole section restarts. And it's, sadly, this section and the section that includes... Now, these guys, you can see, they won't come in this tunnel. They'll shoot in the tunnel, which, you know, that's a bit of a problem for some of these, but they will actually not come in the tunnel. So the melee guys, you can sit here and pick them off and be safe. But as I said, they will shoot in the tunnel, so be careful. Alright. Gather your health up and see what remains. The green engrams after the patch are ridiculous, by the way. So many. I don't even know why. Looks like I've got a heavy ammo crate out there, so I can probably use a couple shots. Once you start to push up, and take him out pretty fast. There's going to be a few more guys once you move up, so move up a little bit. And you'll be looking for, yep, the second round. That'll start to come, so you can back up into the tunnel. Going to have a couple dregs. You're also going to have some more invisible guys. I know there's more out there. 100% sure of it. Where are you at? Seriously, where are you? I would tell you guys normally not to be too over aggressive like this, but hey, got a sidearm, so I won't kill myself. Where'd he go? Alright, that's probably the guy. I'm probably going to get some enemies to spawn right now, which is cute. So I'm going to throw a void wall straight down the middle like that. That might actually kill a few of them. Or at least just keep them back for a minute. But yeah, it looks like you'll have about 3 rounds of Exploder Shanks. And there's going to be some more enemies floating around in the back too. Apparently everybody's being all cautious because they just want to take me out. I'm really low on primary ammo.
but Rasputin might handle that poorly. His system's already stressed. Must be some other way to bypass his systems.
Yeah, that other way is called a grenade, sir. So, come up here. The void wall actually will bounce in here if you get it right. I did it earlier. Like that. So grab any ammo that you can. Now you're going to have a couple sniper shanks that come out over here.
Like it hurt. Sorry.
You can use a rocket to take those out. Since I've got some rocket ammo, may as well have some fun with it. See if I can get any other ammo to drop. And I got an engram. Woohoo. Oh, come on with the leg armor. Oh, that's the one from last time. Okay. Grab some regular ammo, see if you're good, and we'll be good to go. Alright, so what you want to do, shoot this panel out and hop on down, and we'll be in the next section. Now, this checkpoint doesn't finish until you actually get past this section, so you got to finish this whole checkpoint, otherwise you got to do that full room again, which gets a little annoying, but that way you guys at least know in advance.
It's similar to what we use to power the city, but its drift velocity is totally different than ours. Fascinating.
So keep working your way up. You can go right and left and right and left. But when you come back, what you're going to want to do is you're going to have to move a lot faster. Now, I don't know how many times you guys have run this. I've run it my fair share, probably more than I should admit. That looks new. I'm going to have to check my other videos because honestly, that looks like S.A.B.E.R has taken this thing over. It's kind of hard to tell, but if that's not S.A.B.E.R, I really don't know what is. Now, that's the only little bit of S.A.B.E.R that I've seen in here, but from what I can tell, I think it's definitely starting to happen. So, what I want to do is try, because this middle section is where it's going to get the diciest, is to put my Black Hole Predator shadow shot right there in the middle. So you want to wait for one of those to come out. So you got the timing right. Put that shot there. You want to wait, pick up the relic right when this thing spawns so you can follow behind it. And then you just want to keep jumping as much as you can. And hopefully your shadow shot will cover your butt as the exploder shanks come behind you. And if you can get back here, drop this thing off, then turn around and pick off the guys as they come this way. Most of them should have been stopped by your tether, and we can move forward. And also, once you get it down here, the nice little lightning bolt stops showing up. So, checkpoint reached. Kind of having fun with the sidearm. I like the stability boost they got. I'll take it. And then come up here and you'll be in the next area. Looks like I've got standard hive straight up here. And we'll move around the corner, work on picking some of these guys off. None of them are really too bad. I should test what type of damage I'm going to get out of all these. I do have a servitor up there, though, so be careful of that. Or at least sometimes I do. Come here. I see you're cloaking. I will say, Void Specialist Sidearm. It's effective. Totally gonna wipe some stuff out with that. There's usually... There he is. I knew he was up there. It's another piece of leg. What you want to do, try and use a couple grenades. And just try and pick them off with whatever you can without being too exposed. That's going to be nice. Now his shots are going to hurt, I can promise you that. Yep, I'm getting rid of blues for greens. I know, it's crazy. There we go. And another one. And we're actually pretty close to the boss, so... It's really the Warsat is the tough part of this. I know the boss fight pretty well, so I should be able to manage that. Can't say I won't die, but until they change the way Nightfalls work, you're not going to get kicked back to orbit. So that would be rougher, for sure. So come down this hallway, and I'm probably going to be using a high-impact sniper on the boss, but I'm just enjoying the amount of ammo I've got with the sidearm for now. And keep just picking these guys off from a distance. Now, you're going to have one other guy over here on your left, and that's going to be a yellow bar captain. Now, if you've got a grenade, if you've got anything... Smoke saved my butt there, so he will do a lot of damage up close, so be careful of that. Don't get too in his face. If you can pull it from around the corner or something, sometimes he'll hide back around here. Just, you know, be ready to kind of get aggressive on him, and it'll pay off. How many guys are over here still? 15,000 with a sidearm crit, 14,000. Kind of crazy. Lots of damage. So, now that we're done here, we're pretty much ready for the boss room. That room's pretty short.
As a fellow inorganic life form, I just want to note that Rasputin has a much better setup than I do. He has a secret bunker with space weapons.
So,
I live in your backpack.
I do love that quote, though. I live in your backpack. Now, I think it's that previous one. If you need a ghost, check in there if you haven't got it before, but by now I'm sure you have. Now, once you fall down, the boss fight will start, so you kind of have the option to figure out your setup from up here. I've used my sidearm because it's nice to have the ability to have a lot of bullets. So I may try that one first just because my ammo situation is somewhere in the middle, but then in the middle, if I switch over to Still Piercer and you see me doing that, then you guys will probably know why. So this is going to do a ton of damage, but this one's just going to have a lot of bullets. So it's going to be kind of a toss-up. We'll try both and see how it goes. Alright, so once you land, wait for the sniper to face you, or the servitor I should say, and take him out. Turn around, pick off the other one, and you'll summon the boss. Now, when the boss comes out, he's going to come out of the middle, but I've had him warping over on top of that platform for some reason, so just see what happens. If he lands just like that. So make sure you stay out of line of sight of his little solar cannon on top of his head. It's like a solar sniper rifle that he's got, and it hurts, as you can see. If he two-shots you, you're done. So stay line of sight of that, and it won't be able to charge up and shoot you. But it takes about 9 to 10 shots to really put him to bed. So depending on your health situation, things like that, and you want to time it to where you've got most of these shanks down, actually. That will help you a lot as well. That way you don't have to run across when he has a void minigun, which hurts a lot, and try and deal with a few extra things tagging you as well. So again, just play your game around this little box. Make sure you're crouched, and just try and take out these shanks. Then when you're ready, come out here and put some shots into him. Apparently it's going to be 10 shots, because I think that was about 8, and then 9, so have to go back and count, but I think it was 8 before on a previous attempt. Ow. That hurts. What is shooting me in the face? Hunters, always having your issue with recovery, but that's why I wanted to try and do this with a hunter just to see if it could be done. So now we got a little bit of proof. You can get through the Warsat, you can get through this part, and if you pull out the beast sniper that you get as an exotic, or from the gunsmith, you're going to be having a good time. Now, as soon as you do enough damage, work your way across. If you don't get freaking annihilated, alright, so once you land, pull out your sniper rifle, pick off the Servitor 1, come over here, get some distance, and you can turn around and shoot Servitor 2, and he won't even hardly be a factor. So, when the boss comes out, main thing to worry about is first, he's going to be solar, so he's got a solar sniper cannon on top of his head. Now, for some reason, when he comes out, he's been warping over to the right. Oh, he actually stayed still for a change.
That shank's been modified to crack his system.
So that's going to be 4 shots. I'm trying to get this a consistent way so I can count it. So that's 8. Once you get him to just under a third of health, you're going to really push him over. It's kind of a good way to take those guys out. I've got plenty of special ammo behind me, so I'm just going to use this for a minute and drop these guys. And just go ahead and see if I can get any other ammo to show up for me. I've got a special crate behind me, so I'll get a full refill anyway. And then just look for those shanks. Now again, I've got 8 shots into him. So what I want to do is see how many more it takes to actually push him along. And see how much damage I'm actually doing. Nice, more sniper ammo. Got my super up, which I'm going to use when it comes to the final wave. Right now I've got quite a few shanks out there. Nice grenade. You really want to try and time this right so you're at decent health when you do damage to him, because you've got to traverse part of the level and he's going to be doing void minigun damage at you. So now's as good as time as any. Seems to be 9 or 10, so do this and push across. Straight across will be in your benefit. You're going to have a few of these shanks that are still out and about, but get behind cover quickly and try and take these few that are still pushing at you, take them out. So then what you want to do is try and come out here, and you're going to start to have exploder shanks out here. Now what you want to do is try and get in between these things while the exploder shanks are coming out. Try and track where they're at. Make sure none of them come up behind you like this one I think is going to try to. And then try and keep most of this fight in front of you, which is kind of an important thing. Now, his crit spot is going to be actually right on his little visor area, if that makes sense. So what you want to do is give him a second to go between shots, and then start putting damage in there. going to take probably about the same number of shots. And again, watch out behind you. Those lightning shots behind you are also going to be trouble. And then depending on where he's at. Now if he pushes up, you need to move, because you need to pull him back out so he's not out here. And once you have enough time to get some shots into him, you can get a lot of damage into him when he's tethered like that. And now is a good time to try and finish him off quickly, because the longer this fight is, the worse it is. It's terrible, actually. Come here. Got him. Alright. Buy the skin on my teeth, too. And now you can kick him around like a soccer ball.
Not even crazy Russian thank you from the old man.
Alright, so that is a wrap, guys. Void Burn, definitely need to do it fast. That last section by yourself is pretty rough just because you've got a lot going on around you.
This cannot happen again. It will not. Thanks to you.
It's just rough. So bring rockets with you so you can get that final damage, but be on the move. Make sure you bring something with regards to a high impact sniper. That's also going to be extremely helpful. Yeah, I know I'm getting rid of blues for greens, so sue me. I'm trying to keep my postmaster space reasonable, and I'm probably going to be right on the brink. But I already ran the Nightfall once this week, but as this one did change, wanted to run it for you guys. It'd be nice if I could get another reward, but it's not going to give it to me. I got one strange coin. Not a real reward. But again, wanted to show you guys this one could be done. For once, I wanted to try it without my hunter. The Void Burn was kind of a nice give and take there between Truth and the sidearm in the beginning, sniper rifle later on. Boss, again, just make sure you watch those 3 phases. Solar, sniper cannon on top, just line of sight it. Void, minigun, make sure you're using, again, line of sights with the shields and just pop in and out for damage. And that last one is an arc kind of melee pulse, so he's going to chase you around the room, but you've also got sniper shanks, so speed is important there. You're going to have a lot of stuff in the room trying to kill you, and the sniper shanks are hard to slow down and kill. So speed, important there. If you can tether him, get that extra damage with a sniper, something like that is going to be really beneficial, but speed is of the essence. So good luck, guys. I hope this was helpful for you. Likes are appreciated. As always, they help me out probably more than you guys know. Subscribe on the main channel, and I will keep the content coming your way. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Again, just kind of wanted to challenge myself, and hope you guys got to enjoy it. So there's going to be many cuts in there. There were quite a few deaths in the beginning. Don't worry, I did not do this my first time. But for your guys' sake of knowledge, it was at least a successful attempt. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll keep it coming your way. Have a good one.